Alrighty, Lumberjacks, welcome back to another Logging from Scratch episode. Last time we were playing, we were just cleaning up that hillside. We brought out a load of stuff there. Let's wait for this guy to get out of the way. Now we're just gonna head back out. I think I can go this way. Head back out. Now what we're gonna do is we have a truck, our low bed truck, parked right next to our pile there. So I spoke to the rental company yesterday, and indeed it's going to be $500 if I want to rent it. But that's like a one-way kind of trip, so it'll be about $1,000. So actually we should bring up our little guy here. So we're just going to add that to the total. We're going to add minus $2,000 because we're going to be probably doing 2 trips, including the pickup of the 880. So we got to include all that in there. And then we got to take our $2,000 off here, so 28. Yeah, no, it should be good. We're going to hopefully get that all cleaned up today and head on our way back to Legion Hills. We got a little bit more money, so we can start continuing on our little house project. And then we got some really interesting full-on logging. I know you guys have been wanting some more hardcore logging projects, and we definitely got some new contracts for that kind of stuff. The little stuff is fine, but you know what? We're all about logging, so I really want to get this 880 rented out to do some more crazy stuff. So I'm just gonna park right here, kind of off the road, and we're gonna take this guy. We're gonna bring it up with our loader, and we should be able to get quite a few logs onto this trailer compared to that one. That's the goal, anyway. We'll try not to pop any tires through this torrential terrain here. How are we going to do this? Carefully, that's how we're going to do it. Not the best loading situation here. Let's not do it uphill. That's just going to be asking for trouble. I was actually going to try to push... Oh, I did push that out of the way. Perfect. Alright, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to park this bad boy right here. Now, what we're going to have to do is, because we're going to be constantly on a bit of an incline, we are going to have to build ourselves. We don't even have to really buck this one now because it's so long. Trailer is so long. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start creating kind of a barrier wall here that we can start piling everything up against. Is that far enough back? Oh, we can go further back than that. Depth perception is a little hard from way up here in the cab. Oh. How about that? How about that? There we go. Let's try that. Oh, we still got room. Man, feels like we're right on the tipping edge here. I guess we kind of are. Just easy does it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lock it at that angle. So then what we can do is just kind of pile up stuff against it. See, the physics are so... The collisions are so rough. It thinks, like, where's the actual tree? Yeah, it's so bad. It thinks that that's the edge. We're just going to pretend that didn't happen. Moving on. Moving on. Oh, there we go. Make sure that thing's actually working. Wouldn't that be funny to record this whole thing and just have no actual anything come out of it? I think I've done that before where I've recorded something very long and depthy and realized I didn't hit record. And then sometimes I'm like, oh crap, did I do it? I can't remember. I don't want these stupid pieces. They can just stay here. Now, I thought there was more in here, but maybe that's it. The rest is just scrap, I guess? Oh. Alright, so I'm going to do one of these zoom outs because this is the best way to see where I'm going. So why don't we walk down, get those trees on the bottom, and then we'll come back up. That sounds probably smarter. We still have to buck this tree up a little bit. This one down here that we missed as we run over all our pieces here. I got some stuck under my track. So we'll lift ourselves up. There we go. Do we get them unstuck or are they still dragging? Yay, we made it out alive. Congratulations to us. So, subject of the day today, or topic of the day, sorry. Subject, topic, your call. Somebody asked me... I swear I've answered it. You know what? If I'm repeating questions that I've done in the past, honestly, I can't remember what I've covered and what I haven't. So if I say the same answers again, you guys probably forgot anyway, too, because it was before But this subject is whether I prefer YouTube versus Twitch. So I'll go into detail on that. Twitch is, they're both if you don't know what they are, so YouTube, obviously you know what YouTube is, you're watching it on here. Twitch is basically just a streaming service similar to what YouTube offers for live streaming. So you can go on there, record yourself live while you're playing your game, do your chat, do all your fun stuff, just like any streaming service. Twitch obviously being popular, most people know that one. In personal preference of my own, if I'm live streaming for a purposeful event, like I want to show you guys something cool or new, or, I'm doing a specific live stream with the crew or something weird like that, I would definitely prefer to use YouTube, just because, one, that's where the higher base of people that I have is. That's where all my subscribers really are. And because it's going to give me a better idea of what you guys are looking for, because you guys are my main group. I do occasionally stream on Twitch, but not quite as much. I usually, if I'm on Twitch, it's only for modding. Mostly, one, because I can play whatever the heck music I want on there, and I don't make any money off of it anyway, so it doesn't matter to me. But on YouTube, even if my channel is set to not be monetizing the views, I still get copyright strikes, or they take my live stream down if I'm recording with music that is copyrighted, and they detect it with their little detection programs. So yeah, so if I'm just doing like boring ass modding stuff that nobody really cares to watch, which is most of it when I'm modding, there's only very few seldom people that want to actually watch somebody mod, because it is a very boring process to watch. I can't imagine how much annoyance it is to try to sit and watch through that. But on Twitch, like I said, I can listen to whatever music I want, and there's less of a fan base there, I guess you could say. I get a picture, that looks cool. There's less of a fan base there, so I can really not worry about providing the most interesting content and getting like kind of, a negative review from it. Because most people on YouTube are used to me doing, I'd say, more exciting stuff on YouTube. That's actually me talking or showing stuff off. On Twitch, I can just kind of be more chillaxed because I don't really care. If you want to come there and watch me mod, by all means, but I'm not forcing it in any way. You can, look at it or don't. When I'm on YouTube, I do feel more obligated to give you guys a bit more of a entertaining show. And think about it. I mean, if I have a channel where I'm constantly trying to produce new, interesting content for you guys, and I'm always, always giving you guys some kind of cool live stream with some commentary or something interesting happening, then it's going to be very hard for me, after giving you that kind of content, to then just show me live streaming boring modding for 4 hours. Because I'll bet you I'll either lose subscribers, or if I ever live stream again, it'll be like crying wolf, because I'll be like, oh guys, there's something really interesting, and they'll be like, yeah, well, is it just your lame modding? So it's good to have some a place where you're meant to be boring and just do your thing, and then a place where you're going to go put on a show and have a little bit more fun. So YouTube is definitely the place to have more fun, put on more of a show, because you have access to more subscribers. Twitch definitely is more my chillaxed modding, don't really care about the outcome of the stream. And it's fun. And honestly, like, Twitch was my original place that I ever even started doing stuff. Back in 2013, wow, long time ago, when I was doing just my logging, the forest mod and stuff, back when I was working on that stuff, that was all done through Twitch. And I used to use, like, God, I can't remember. What was it called? It was like an app thing. Oh, no. XSplit. That was it. I was trying to think of the name, and I'm like, no, that's not it. But yeah, XSplit was what I used to use. I should put that right there. And XSplit was actually pretty okay. My internet was never that great then. It has jumped tremendously in speeds tremendously in speed since then. But yeah, that's kind of where I started. So I do kind of have like a little a warm place in the old heart for Twitch, just because I do have some pretty fun memories of meeting some interesting people. Actually, if there's anybody in the comments, because I know there is a few people that used to watch me really early on, like before any of this stuff. And I would not be able to quote you names because a lot of people have changed names since then. I actually had some guys the other day that said, dude, I used to watch you early on, like, in your first logging pack stuff. And I'm like, oh my god, when was that? But, like I said, people change usernames and people change identities quite often on the internet, so it's hard to remember everybody. That's one of the most tricky parts, I think, about being involved in YouTube or social media or anything in general. As you do get bigger, it really is hard to remember individual people. I remember when I first started, you know, I used to remember, like, I'd have like a little group of people that I would remember specifically. I'd be like, oh, it's that guy. Hey, what's up, buddy? You know, like, I'd remember. And I mean, not to say I don't have people now, even when I'm at a higher subscriber count, that I don't remember, because there's lots of great people that are constant contributors and follow closely. But back then it was just way easier because, you know, oh, you only have 5 real subscribers or followers or fans, so you always remembered exactly who those people were. As you get bigger, it's like, God, there's so many people, like, which is great. I mean, it's great that there is lots of people, but it's really, really hard for me to keep track of everybody on a personal level anyway. And then, you know, it's hard for me as well because it's, you know, I have a life and I have friendships with people, so it's really hard for me to create, you know, a meaningful friendship with a new person as like a, you know, YouTubing kind of human being. I hope that makes sense. I'm kind of rambling on here, but it's actually, this is kind of branching into a good subject because it is something I like to talk about that I think a lot of YouTubers maybe don't talk about so much. But basically, when you're starting off as a YouTuber, you, like I said, you really know your fan base. You know who, you know, your 10 fans and one of them's your best friend kind of thing, right? You know who the people are. You know what to expect. And then as you get bigger, you kind of start to evolve in a weird way. And like, I try my best to keep up with relationships with individual people. You know, anybody who comes along and says, you know, great job, man, I love your work, it's fantastic, don't think I just go, oh god, another person complimenting me, because that's not at all the case. Like, I am so appreciative of every single person who says anything positive about anything I've made. It's so inspiring as an artist to hear somebody tell you how much what you've made they've enjoyed, or it's changed their lives, or it's, you know, I've heard so many awesome things from people, and that's truly such an awesome thing to have. And I think that gets lost on a lot of YouTubers and a lot of YouTubers fans, because they think, oh, they're all super big now and they don't really care about the, you know, the little guys anymore. Well, yeah, I do. I mean, every single one of you guys who's doing logging and playing with the mods, each and every one of you is, you know, the reason this is here. So to say any one of you individually is, like, you know, better than the other one or not is entirely not true. I try my best to try to do that. I think one of the hardest things for me is responding directly to people all the time. I try my best. I really do. Like, I want to respond to everybody that I can, that I possibly can, and I try my best to. But a lot of the times now, and it's kind of a deterrent for me as a YouTuber and as a modder, I have some people contact me and they say, you know, the opening line is always like, love the mods, best mods ever, you know, which is great, and I love that. But sometimes I don't respond to these comments simply because that opener, although is inviting to me when somebody says, you know, hey, love your mods, you know, great work, I always usually try to go, oh, well, you know, thank you so much, I really appreciate it. But what happens then is it always seems to lead into something else, like a request, or I need this, or I want this. It's never just it's never just somebody saying, well, I won't say never, because I mean, lots of people do, but it's usually if someone contacts me specifically and directly via email or via, Facebook or whatever, and they say, hey, man, nice work. I'll try my best to just, give it an acknowledgement. I'll leave like a trying to think of the word, like a thumbs up or something on their comment to say, I saw your comment. I really appreciate that you said that. But the moment I start responding to the point where I'm kind of like, oh, hey, man, thank you so much. I'm glad that you liked it. It always ends up, or 99% of the time, it ends up as like a request. Somebody needs something. So then I end up being customer service, and I have to just give them links to where they need to go to get it, which is fine. But honestly, I stopped responding to it because it's really easy now to get that information. I've built my webpage basically to take anybody who's never even played the game and get them up and rolling in Farming Simulator by using, following the simple steps on the website and the videos and the instructions and all that fun stuff. So when I, hear somebody who's asking me about something that's really easy, I try to link them to it, but I try not to engage in conversations simply because I know most of the time it's leading to something else that's not related to just saying thank you. I'd rather people just say thank you and that's it. That's about as far as I sometimes want to go. So whether it's me or whether it's any other modder or a famous artist or somebody you like, somebody you want to hear more information from or about, it really does make a difference to just state just saying thank you. That's it. Because I think a lot of people don't really do that. A lot of people don't do that. But, I mean, that's never going to change. That's always going to be the same kind of idea, so I'll just happily take the feedback, and I think it'll be good. Just keep doing our thing, Doing our thing. That's what we do. So, yeah, back to our long-winded discussion. It's a hard call for YouTube versus Twitter, depending on what you're doing. Twitter. I said Twitter. Twitch. Well, it proves which one I use more consistently. Can't even call them by the right names. But yeah, I prefer YouTube for growth, and I prefer Twitch for just chill, for a chill time. If that makes sense. Just grab that little piece there, too. I think this is, we're getting pretty close to getting all the trees here, I think. Yep, this is the last pile that we have to do. Wow, that's actually cool. I'm pretty excited about that. Because then what we're going to do is we're going to drop this off. Oh, actually, I don't want that piece. That's garbage. We're going to drop this load off. And then we're going to grab our little mini excavator, and we're going to start hauling its butt back to Legion Hills. Actually, we're going to do our little calculation here, too, at the end, so you guys can watch my amazing math skills. And we're going to see if we can get our finals before we leave the area. And like I said, we threw another 1,000 on this thing so that we'll be able to get that 880 that we have here hauled back to Legion Hills as well. And depending on how it goes, I think we'll get there. I think we'll get there first, but I'll have to race the truck driver. Whoever gets back to Legion Hills first has to buy the next brew. Oh, there we go. Okay, let's see if we can get all of this on here. I have no doubt about it, but you never know. I've thought about that before, and maybe we're wrong. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to use this peggy, sticky-looking one as another barrier wall on this side. I think like about here. Let's see how that looks. Oh yeah, that'll be perfect. So let's see if we can lock that on there. Nice. So now we basically created this terrible looking cradle situation here. Let's actually be a really interesting picture, that one. Whoops. Oh my goodness. Hey, let's see if we can... I don't know what the heck I'm doing anymore. Jump shot. Maybe we'll use this camera view to get a better angle here. Sure, let's try that. Good enough. Not putting too much effort into these. So there we go. let's grab this stuff. Like I said, now we've created a bit of a cradle in the middle, so we should be able to just kind of trickle stuff in here and it'll be all right. Yeah, easy peasy. Oh, yeah. I was like, I thought there was one more little piece. Oh, man. You know what I'm really excited for? Not dealing with these physics on these crap trees anymore. But hey, here we are. We did it. We did it. We survived, boys. So let's throw that in there. Oh, yeah. They're cradling in there perfectly. Couldn't ask for anything better. Well, we could, but we probably wouldn't get it, right? I'm turning my locking straps on because I'm getting a little bit of frame rate loss here. It's not like a lot. It just seems to be these little kind of twitches that occur. But that's totally fine. And that's it. Okay, so I'm just going to walk this 880 out to the road so that we're ready to, it's ready to be hauled. I'm actually just going to park it by this access road. They can load it up here. And then we'll drop this load off, see what our final tally is. And then actually what we'll do is we'll even bring this truck back out here and just park it right next to this load so we can get things moving easier. There we go. That's good. And then after we get this out of here, we'll be able to call this map Dunskies. Here we go. Where do we park our truck? Somewhere way down there, hey? Oh, way down there. We'll just park this back by the truck so we don't have to go on a big adventure. Here we go. Alrighty. So like I said, we're going to see what our final total is for this big pile of wood. And then we're going to do a quick math thing to do all our deductions, including our completion of contract fees and all that fun stuff, or profits. And then once that's all completed, we can... yeah, get our truck, load up our little excavator, and we're out of here. Actually, it might take a minute to get out of town because I got to figure out how to actually do that. We're going to do it, and it's going to be fun. So there. Nothing but joy. Alrighty, here we go. Oh, this is going to make life tricky. Don't turn this way. Don't do it, you... Oh. Why? Why you got to be like that, driver? Yeah, well, I'll honk at you too. I hope that log falls off and just crushes you. No, I don't. That's mean. Yeah, I do. I don't care. We're going to cut across the highway to avoid the beautiful traffic that is now eminently on top of us here. Man, I like this truck. I actually got a project I want to do with a self-loader. So maybe down the road, if we start getting a little bit more coin, we might buy ourselves a self-loader. I think we would. I think I would prefer to buy a our own logging truck before I would want to get a self-loader. Can I go in here? Oh yeah, I can. It's kind of the entryway, but we'll just scoop past it. But yeah, it'd be nice to probably have our own truck before we buy a self-loader, just because I think a self-loader on its own might be a little iffy. All right, here we go. Park it all in the queue. Now, how much do you guys think that is worth? Look at that big ploppy pile of crap on there. I'll take a picture of that. I bet you that it's got to be worth at least 20 grand. What do you guys think? Make an estimate in your head, and let's destroy that estimate. Oh my goodness, 29,000. Whoo! Boys, we're rich now. Holy. All right, so we're going to use this beautiful calculator because we got some calculating to do. So, we have 29,000. That's our wood cost, plus 65,000. All right, so that gives us a grand total of 94. Now we're going to minus 2,000 for our transportation cost to get the 880 back to hometown, plus our load. Then we're going to do, what was the next one? 5,000 for our rental, or that was our first original travel expense to bring it here. And then minus 10,000, 10, 1, 2, 3, for our bunter rental. So 77,000 we get to add. So plus 20. Oops. Oh god, don't do that. Plus 20. No, it is 128. 128,000. 205,000. Oh boys, we got gravel for the driveway now. 205. Okay, so let's get rid of this. I think we did our daily upkeep on this one, didn't we? I can't remember. If not, you know what? Fault me. It's okay. Life happens. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to whip this guy back out. We're going to drop it off just next to our truck. Then we're going to grab our truck, grab our little mini utility trailer. Why is there so many cars? What's happening? There's a lot of cars. And after we pick all that stuff up, we're going to... Oh, God. Let's play chicken with these cars. I'm going to run off to the side here. Emergency, can't stop. Sorry, boys. Yeah, we'll get our utility trailer, load up our little excavator on it, and then we're heading out of town. What's the quickest way to get to where I need to go? Probably that way would have been, but that's okay. We're going to go this way. We're going to cut through this tiny little town just for fun. I'm going to scoop right past our uncle's place here. I think if we go straight, it'll be easier. You know, the best part is, I know Legion Hill's way better than this place, so it'll be easier to get around. But we're going to a new map, a new area, that'll be really, really funky. It's actually quite pretty. I'm pretty proud of that area. But we do have some interesting contracts that we're going to get done on that one. Like I said, there's already a big pile of pre-cut wood sitting there for us. So we're probably going to end up either... I got to talk to the company, because I'm not sure if I'm supposed to rent the equipment on that one and then take the cost and then just pass it to them, or if they've already rented the equipment and I'm just getting paid basically to do the job. I guess we'll find out. But I think that's going to turn into a multi-machine project, that one, because there's a lot of wood to pick up. And I don't really know what the plan is yet, so we'll have to find out. All right, we did it. We cleaned the hillside. I won't say it's the most pretty job we've ever done, but that's why our rate was cut pretty much in half. So I pretty much treated them exactly how they treated me, because in the beginning, they told me I had the contract for $100,000, and I was going to be cleaning the property, grinding up the bits, and plowing the entire hillside. But then they changed their minds and decided they're going to do that on their own because it's too expensive for me to do it. So, welcome to the world of being a contractor. People changing their minds all the time. So, as much as that kind of sucks for us in our bank account, I'm very happy with the amount of money that we've made on this area. Right, past the gas station to the right. But yeah, I'm happy with the money we've made on this area, and I'm happy with the work that we have gotten done. And it's good. I'm kind of done with the city life here. I want to get back out to the bush. See, for that reason alone, that's why I want to get out of here. I hate these people. They're the worst. You guys are the worst. Absolute worst. All right. Okay, so let's get this guy loaded up and get on our way back to Legion Hills. My uncle's still away, so we'll have to leave a note for him or something. Oh, we're going to have to lift ourselves up here. We're going to have to fix the bottom of that trailer. She's got a little bit of a drop issue there. It doesn't want to go down. Now, what did we do last time? We wanted to park this thing as far forward as possible, I believe. So park it super far forward. And then we're going to turn the boom around and kind of pin it up against this part so it don't slide around a whole bunch. Let's back that up just a little bit. Or probably if we do that. Something like that. Whatever. She'll stay, I'm sure. And if it doesn't, that's fine too. There we go. Beauty. All right, gentlemen. Let's hit the open road. I got to figure out where we're going. So we need to do a hard right. And outie. Hopefully this machine stays nice and sturdy in there. Oops, I should probably turn it off because I see my tractor spinning. You didn't see nothing, okay? Keep walking. All right, so now we're going to head our butts out of town and hit the open road day back to Legion Hills, which I think will be nice to go home. We do still have a lot of work to do there. It is fun, aren't we? You know, building up our own little property. This is quite entertaining. I mean, we do have to do a little bit of work to, you know, to make sure. Sorry, train of thought. Do a little bit of work to make sure that we can buy all the things we want for our property. But we are slowly getting there. I think if I go this way... Where's my little mini-map here? I need Google Maps. Oh, there we go. So yeah, as long as I just keep following this road... Sorry, I'm like looking out my other window here. Yeah, then we should be golden. How's that thing sitting on there? She slides around a little bit, but I think it stays in the trailer mostly. It'd probably be a lot smoother if I actually drove with like a steering wheel. See, like that's why I always laugh at this when I'm driving. Cause it's like twit, 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 twit. Because I'm using my keyboard to drive. So it's just like, oop. I just try to look up and don't pay attention to the wheel. But yeah, I used to have a steering wheel that I used. I might get another one. I don't know. I haven't really bit the bullet on that idea yet, but yeah, we'll see. But anyway, guys, I think I'm going to cut it off here. Like I said, we're on the open road back to Legion Hills here, so we'll catch you on probably the next one when we come back. We'll be actually in Legion Hills again and be all set up to go. Oh, look, our last visit of the train. Bye, train. Enjoy your newly cleaned off roadstead. So yeah, alrighty, guys. If you like this episode, leave a like, leave a comment. Do not forget to subscribe. And if you're in the bush, don't forget to hug a tree. Alrighty, guys. We'll catch you on the next one. See ya.